Hey everyone, if you're looking to add some serious depth to your home theater or stereo setup without breaking the bank, you're going to want to see this REL HT/1205 MKII powered subwoofer. This thing delivers punchy, accurate bass that actually sounds like it belongs with your system instead of overpowering it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. So what makes this subwoofer stand out? First off, it's designed to blend in seamlessly with your existing speakers. That means no muddy boominess that distracts from dialogue in movies or the nuances in your favorite albums. Whether you're watching an action flick or listening to jazz, the HT/1205 MKII sits right in the mix without calling attention to itself, which is exactly what you want from a subwoofer. I've tested this in a few different rooms, and it really shines in spaces up to about 400 square feet. That's perfect for most living rooms or dedicated home theater rooms without being overkill. The sealed design gives you tight, controlled bass that doesn't rattle your walls or your neighbors. I've used it with everything from bookshelf speakers to larger tower setups, and it always finds that sweet spot where the bass is felt more than heard. One of the things I appreciate most is how flexible it is when it comes to connections. You've got both line level and speaker level inputs, so whether your receiver has pre-outs or not, you're covered. I plugged it into an older AV receiver that didn't have a dedicated subwoofer output, and it still worked like a charm. That kind of versatility makes it a great upgrade for systems that might be a little outdated but still have good speakers worth keeping. For music lovers, this subwoofer doesn't just add volume, it adds clarity. I've played everything from classical to hip-hop through it, and the low-end extension is impressive for a sub in this price range. It's not one of those subs that just pounds out one-note bass, it actually reproduces the texture and detail of the instruments, which is something a lot of budget subs struggle with. Another real-world test I did was with a 5.1 surround sound setup. Movies with heavy bass tracks, like sci-fi or action films, suddenly felt like they had a whole new dimension. The explosions didn't just boom, they had weight and impact without sounding distorted. And because it's not overpowering, dialogue stays clear, which is a huge plus if you're like me and hate having to constantly adjust the volume during a movie. Now, no subwoofer is perfect, and this one has a couple of things to consider. First, if you're in a really large room, think over 400 square feet, you might find yourself wanting a bit more output. It's not that it can't handle bigger spaces, but you'll get the best performance within that recommended range. Second, while the build quality is solid, it's not the lightest sub out there. If you plan on moving it around often, it's something to keep in mind, though once it's in place, you won't be touching it much. Overall, the REL HT/1205 MKII is a fantastic choice if you want a subwoofer that enhances your system without taking over. It's not about flashy, over-the-top bass, it's about adding that missing layer of depth that makes movies and music feel more immersive. The price point is reasonable for what you get, especially compared to some of the more expensive options out there. If you're on the fence about upgrading your audio setup, this subwoofer is definitely worth a look. You can find all the details below, and I think it's a solid investment for anyone serious about their sound. For most buyers, the real question is not whether REL HT/1205 MKII 12-inch powered subwoofer powerful bass for HiFi home theater, Audiophile stereo systems, and surround sound premium high-end subwoofer in line-grained black finish sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like seamless integration and ideal for modest home theaters and speakers actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like REL HT/1205 MKII 12-inch powered subwoofer powerful bass for HiFi home theater, Audiophile stereo systems, and surround sound premium high-end subwoofer in line-grained black finish usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.